It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're up dead early on another marvelous Monday. And we're so happy that you survived the weekend and that you're with us. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner, wishing a happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday, everybody. Kicking off this week. Lots of energy. It's a little windy this morning. There was some drizzle when I was coming to the studio. I don't know what the official meteorological term is, but it was spraying. But it ain't gonna last all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sure the sun is coming soon enough.
Coming soon enough, right? Oh, excuse me. How was your weekend?
You know, I'm so glad you asked me that. I had an exciting weekend. It took a turn for the better, but a very surprising turn. I bought a dog this weekend.
Yay! Wow.
I know. It was the most random thing.
What kind of dog?
I have the cutest little dog. She's 6 weeks old. Her name is Lola, and she's a Shih Tzu.
Oh, that's
Yes,
nice.
that's why I was running a little late into the studio this morning. I'm getting used to being a dog parent.
Dog parent. Oh yeah, little puppies. There's a thing called puppy breath, right? Where just, I guess before they start like, I don't know, taking on funky dog breath, it smells really nice.
Yes, it's
supposedly
darling.
close to baby breath. I don't know. I can't verify that, but good luck with your
I
puppy.
will do some anecdotal research for the puppy breath.
Are you gonna do house training?
Yeah, we've already been working. And somehow I brought out the dog expert in my husband.
Yeah.
So despite the fact that he did not want a dog, he's been like treating her like his science project.
That's
so
usually how it turns
She's well
out.
on her way. She's learning things.
That's good. Well, good luck on being a puppy parent. That should be fun, right?
Yes.
Hide all the shoes. I had a good weekend. There was a lot going on this weekend. I went to IAAF to the relays this past weekend. Still trying to recover. Bahamas, we get into Paris. Congratulations to the 4x4 mixed team. They ran down and man, when I walk in the stadium, it's like the walls is about to crumble. That Junkanoo in the crowd, the people cheering. I just love how we're so patriotic for our teams, especially our track teams. Anybody who's in that stadium or within a mile of that stadium know Bahamas was in the house and that we were performing. So congratulations again to all of our athletes that participated, all of the visiting athletes, all the other teams that are headed to Paris. It seemed like it was a successful event.
Yeah, from what I saw, my mother-in-law, she went out there, sent pictures, and it seemed like a really full crowd.
Oh,
so
yeah.
kudos to all the fans who made sure that they were present and that Team Bahamas felt our support.
Yeah, it was full. Shout out to all the people who move over to let other people find a seat. You know them people when you're looking in the stands to find a seat and then they put their arm on it. Oh no, this my family on. I see y'all. But anyway, we had a great time and we're gonna have a great show for y'all today. The Zonta Club of Nassau is here to tell us all about their upcoming walk, and we'll have a conversation with Jonico Pratt.
Sandy Campbell is also here to talk with us, and we'll be discussing the digital transformation with Jevon, Butler. But now, let's check on weather with Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, Gabrielle, and good morning, Bahamas. In your first look at weather at sunrise, high pressure north of the island continues to be beautiful and dry weather across the northwest Bahamas, still a little breezy. But over the central and southeastern islands, we have some troughing, and that's going to cause some cloudy skies, warm temperatures, breezy conditions, but also some scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms throughout the day. Today, we're looking at partly sunny, breezy, warm, like I said, cloudy in northwest Bahamas, your high temperature 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, partly cloudy skies down the mild side, and you can expect a few showers, maybe like a thunderstorm over the southeastern islands. You're going down to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados 91 and 80. In Jamaica, 89 and 80. In Trinidad, 92 and 73. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 85 and 72. Across North America, Atlanta 82 and 64. In Boston 71 and 49. In Miami 83 and 73. In Dallas, Texas 82 and 71. And Toronto, Canada 62 and 50. As you go through the week, through Wednesday, still high pressure across the Northwest Bahamas and Central Islands, but in the Southeastern Islands, still some troughing with some cloudy skies, some showers and isolated thunderstorms. And then by Thursday, through the end of the week, we're looking at partly sunny and warm conditions, slight chance of a passing shower, though temperature daytime will be in the mid-80s, at nighttime in the lower 70s. That puts a wrap. When you first look at the weather at sunrise, I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Godfrey. Zonta Club of Nassau will host their We Are a Family Walk. And here to tell us all about this is Sonia Brown, our good friend. She's the president of the Zonta Club of Nassau. Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
We always appreciate you being here, telling us what Zonta is going on. You got this bright orange on, brightening up the studio. It's a good sunrise morning. So tell our viewers about the goal and the work of the Zonta Club of Nassau.
Yeah, so the Zonta Club of Nassau, we're a member of Zonta International. And our overarching goal is to build a better world for women and girls. And we do that in many ways. I like to remind people that two of the most outstanding foundations in the Bahamas were formed by the Zonta Club of Nassau. That's the Bahamas AIDS Foundation in 1992 and the PACE Foundation that serves teen mothers in 2004. And so our work is consistent and it continues. One of the other things that we focus on every year is the Say No to Violence campaign, the 16 days of activism. And so that's the foundation of our work.
I know Zonta's always busy, and I can see why.
Yes.
I didn't know about Zonta founding those two
Yes.
programs. So tell us a little bit about the Walk, Run, Push, and about the name. We Are a
Yes,
Family.
yes. So, well, we want to be very inclusive, and we're doing it to recognize the United Nations International Day of Families, which is on May 15th. And that program was started in the 1990s. And the importance of it is to look at the role families play in society. So, you know, as the family goes, as our society goes. And, you know, we have multiple issues that we're dealing with here in the Bahamas. One of those is violence. And we also have a lot of health concerns as well in our society. And so our idea was, what can we do to bring families together, to focus on families? And so we're asking people to bring, whether it's your family, your real family, or even your corporate family, the people who you work with, bring them out, and let's focus on our health.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how do we define family in this? You know, is it just biological, or is it those persons you spend lots of your time with? And like you mentioned, there's always a work family.
Yes.
There might be a church family. There might be
That's right.
some other hobby or activity. And so it's the idea that there's a group of people that feed into you, and it's a mutual relationship, and you're there for support, and we're all kind of moving together, like we will on this walk, right?
Exactly. And, you know, if we move together, if we're moving in a negative way, we're doing that together. And so here's encouraging people to move together in a positive way. You know, we want to make change, and we can't do it alone. I'll use myself as an example. I've tried to change my eating habits, take out red meat, chicken, those sorts of things. And then all of a sudden the fast food just start coming to the house. It's like, what's going on? You're working against me. But, you know, eventually a couple years later, everybody in the house changed their eating habits, started cooking more, you know, and it's always easier to make the changes, the dietary changes, the exercise changes, if you have somebody to support you.
See, now you come in now and make me feel bad. Now I got to change up. See, but that's an inspiring thing. That's why we're family. You inspired me to change my eating habit, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
tell us about, at the event, there's going to be an educational component?
Yes, so we're going to have sessions, and one of the things that I'm most excited about is the mental wellness portion of it, because we certainly need to focus more on on mental wellness. That's where it starts, how you feel. So we'll have mental wellness, a dietitian to talk about diet, and exercise as well.
And all of that is connected, you know. We're not fragmented into these different parts. And
No.
same way we talk about a family, being a group of people, we're a collection of, you know, mental, physical, spiritual, and you know, all of that has to be in tune, you know,
Absolutely.
for you to be living a holistic life.
Yes.
And we don't put enough emphasis on our mental health, do we?
No, we don't. And this is something that we really want to focus on because it starts in the mind. You have so many opportunities from you leave your house in the morning to get upset, just go in traffic, you know, but you can decide, hey, let me just let that person go. They probably have an emergency, you know, just don't take it on.
That's when on those mornings I'd be like, you know, I pick my roads carefully. Like, I want a stress-free drive. Tell us again, when and where is the event and how can people participate?
Yes, so the event is on Saturday, May 18th, 6 a.m. at the Montague foreshore. And so you can email us at zontaclubofnassau@hotmail.com. Visit our Facebook page to get some information. You can call me, 357-4724, and just sign up.
And we'll be there. And who should be coming to this event? Who do you want to see out there?
Well, we want to see, like you said, your family, your church family, your work family, you know, whether you can run, you can walk, someone has to push you, just come out.
Yeah, somebody might have to push me because, you know, I'd be tired after a long week of work. Do you have any sponsors that are helping you,
Yes.
you know, launch this event?
Absolutely. So we're very proud that our main sponsor is the Ministry of Social Services.
Great.
We have Securities Commission, Graphite Engineering, J.S. Johnson, Fidelity Bank, FD Consultants, Providence Advisors, Alive, SuperValue, Atlantis.
Oh,
Yeah, and you know, we still need some more sponsors.
Full slate.
Yeah,
That sounds like there's a lot of support coming from the corporate community who are part of the Zonta family.
That's right, that's right.
If someone's out there that wants to maybe join Zonta, volunteer, just how do they get involved?
Yeah, well,
Same
hit
way,
me
hit
up.
you up,
Same
right?
way, hit me up, 357-4724. We are always looking for members, and Zonta is open to males as well.
Oh, yeah?
Mark.
I didn't know that.
Yes, we
Y'all have us sitting in the corner of the bucket.
No, not at all. No, we want to be shoulder to shoulder.
Yes.
And especially when we address this issue of violence against women.
Yes.
For too long, women have been talking among themselves, right? And we're asking persons who are the victims of violence to solve this problem. We really need men. So I'm excited. I have a couple of more weeks as president. Please fill out that application form, Mark.
All right, let's go. Stand
Let's
shoulder
go.
to shoulder.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Like the
We can't
emperor
do
and
it
the
without
empress.
we cannot do it without the man.
No, I understand that 100%.
All right.
We are family. All right. Give us the details again on the walk and just how we can sign up for it.
Okay, so Saturday, May 18th, on the Montague foreshore at 6 a.m. sharp.
Sharp.
So yes, 357-4724 is my number. Zonta Club of Nassau at hotmail.com, or visit us at our Zonta Club of Nassau Facebook page.
Fantastic. Sonia, it's always a pleasure having you on the show. Zonta Club doing great things. Going out with a bang. You got a couple of weeks left in your presidency. I hope
Yes.
it's been a very fulfilling time.
It has been.
And that you've poured out and that you've received everything that you've
Absolutely.
given. Thank you for
Absolutely.
everything you've done. Looking forward to seeing you at the walk.
Thank you.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. Family, let's go to the walk, people. We'll be right back.
So here you are, going through your usual Friday routine. For weeks, you've been thinking about giving back to your community and supporting a cause. For months, you've been trying to jumpstart your fitness journey, and then it happened. You heard this on the radio.
Join us on Saturday, May 18th, 2024 at the Zonta Club of Nassau 5K Fun Run Walk at 6 a.m. at Montague Foreshore. For more information, contact 807-3021 or email zontaclubofnassau@hotmail.com. Walk or run your way into a great cause.
You now have your solution. Get ready to walk for your sisters or daughters. Run for your nieces and nephews. Have fun for the families of the world. Zonta Club of Nassau believes in empowerment. We believe in the importance of families and the critical role they play in society. Be a part and support our cause as we celebrate the International Day of Families. Sign up today. $30 for adults and $25 for groups of 10 or more. Kids, 13 and under, are welcomed for only $10. See you at the Zonta Club of Nassau, 5K Fun Run Walk, and Push on May 18th, 2024. Race will be managed by Four Seasons Race Management.
We know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
Here are three young people who stopped attending high school and got disengaged in their educational journey due to the pandemic. Today, they are proudly taking their walk all over the place because they took advantage of BTVI's Smart Start initiative. All high school students in New Providence and the Family Islands can participate in free hands-on learning to improve employability. Learn basic literacy and numeracy skills and earn a BTVI certificate in automotive mechanics, beauty and construction trades, or fashion in only 14 weeks for full-time participants or 24 weeks for part-time. Don't count yourself out. Do what they did and enroll today. Email smartstart@btvi.edu.ds or call 502-6300 so you can take your walk anywhere in life.
Meet Leno, your bridge to the future. Wealth planning, investments, corporate services, trust services, pension administration, fund administration, outsourced accounting, and payroll. When you think of financial solutions, think of Leno. Local or international, company or individual, Leno can help. Our team of skilled professionals has the experience and expertise needed for you to strive. Your goals are our goals and our priority. Leno will guide you to the right financial solution with the knowledge, resources, and support you need. Give us a call at 242-396-3225 or email us at info@lenobahamas.com to get started. Visit our website, www.lenobahamas.com, for more information today. Leno, your bridge to the future.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. I am here with filmmaker, Bahamian filmmaker, Jonico Pratt, and Miss Rodriga Colley, and they are here to talk about an exciting new production that's happening by their studio, Bright Light Productions. So I'll start with you, Jonico. Tell me all about Bright Light Studios.
Well, Bright Light Productions came about, I would say, 7 years ago. We do TV series, we outsource work for commercials and stuff like that. We do stage plays, a little bit of everything.
Obviously, you have a new exciting production coming out. Give us a little insight into what's happening.
So the series we're bringing out now is called Struggles and Dreams. The premiere is this Saturday, May 11th. It initially was a stage play. We did it about 6 years ago, and we kept most of the same actors and brought them into this TV series. So it's been a fun but struggling journey, I would say, hence the name. Yeah, but it's been a long time coming and we're excited about it.
So what is Struggles and Dreams all about?
It's about this young Bahamian artist who has dreams of using his music to take him and his family to another level financially, a more secure level. But poverty ain't having it. It's a lot of obstacles he has to overcome, and it's a lot of temptations from being poor in that poor environment. You know.
Rodriga, you are acting.
Yes.
I understand. Did you act in the original play?
Original one, yes, I was.
Okay, so you acted in the original play, and now you've starred in the, I guess, film or TV version of it. What's the difference like between those experiences?
Well, on stage is a different ball game than film altogether because you have to know your lines, you have to feel the crowd, you have to make sure that everything you're doing is, I guess, bold enough to be received from the audience. But film is a little easier because there's a lot of emotion that you can get from those subtleties, or there's a lot of things that you can use to fill the space with, the behind the scene things, or the little fillers of when the camera zooms to the sky or something that you can use. And so there is no audience, but that sometimes makes it a little more difficult because you don't have anything to feed off of, especially when you have to, run that line again. You don't have to run it again. So the pressure of, you got to get it right this first time, you got to lock it in this first time. There's also a lot of improv that you get on the stage. You kind of have as much fun with it as you want because everything is live, as opposed to a film where, if this is your line, you have to run with the line, because if you have to do that 3 times, you got improv, because then you have to remember your improv and all those subtle things that you did each time. So it's 2 completely different experiences. I don't have a favorite.
Okay. I feel like you knew that was my next question. But I will ask, there's a long journey. You've gone from the stage play years ago into this TV production, and you've stayed with the crew. Why do you enjoy working on this project, and specifically why you like working with Jonico?
So first, I enjoy working for Bright Light Production because he is so passionate about what he does, and so it makes it a whole lot easier for you to be passionate. And so he is encouraging about this opportunity, and he connects you with different people. Hey, this job coming up, you could hop on this. And he does that for whomever he interacts with that works with him. He tries to put them on. So I like that the messages that comes from his writing and from his work is authentic to who he is. I also like the fact that he uses all faces of Bahamians, you know what I mean? So you have some films that just use particular, so I like that he uses everyone. It doesn't matter your qualifications, it doesn't matter your whatever, and he will teach you some things. He will connect you to the people that can teach you some things to help advance in your craft. And I also like that he uses Bahamian artists in most of his things as well, because that's something that's also authentic. Bahamian people, Bahamian artists is in as much spaces as he can to promote as much Bahamians as he can.
I love that.
So I didn't even realize I was doing all of that. God,
So you're getting a proper encouragement. The credits are coming from inside the crew.
I love it.
You talked about struggles and dreams. You told us a little bit about, I guess, the theme of it or the storyline. What is the tone of that? Is this a drama? Is this? I just know you from some comedy work, so I feel like we're gonna have to get some laughs in there.
And that's the thing too. Like, I came from our first series, Broke Bosses, and it was strictly comedy. So, but my character in Struggles and Dreams is a serious guy, so I had to depict that image, and hence me growing the bed, just trying to give a different look. But Struggles is a drama with a hint of comedy. It has some hilarious moments to it.
I love that, because Bahamians, we need a little levity. We like to laugh. We can be serious, but we like to laugh. And it's good. It's good that you've gone from comedy to drama, just to show your range. So are you having a premiere?
We're having a live premiere May 11th, University of the Bahamas. Doors open 7:30 p.m. Show starts at 8 p.m. Tickets are $30.
All right. And where can people purchase tickets?
You can go at Nats Divinity, that's Golden Isles Road. You can also go to Crestwood Academy, that's out east opposite BBC, the school BBC.
Why is this show something that Bahamians should watch?
It's our story, and it's a story for the artist. Like, so many people can relate to this. Just, you have dreams, you're super passionate about your dreams, but this rough life and the things you have to go through just isn't allowing it, but you have to fight through it and make those things happen, make those dreams come true.
And where will the show be airing?
After it hits the big screen at UB, we're going to send it straight to Campbell, Bahamas. The date hasn't been set yet, but that's the plan for it.
I love that. This is so exciting, you know.
Thank you.
If somebody does want, I want to say, to participate or even to support you, obviously creative work is very costly. It seems like you're doing it yourself, you're working on everything yourself. If somebody wants to be a part of your production from a talent point of view or even from an investor point of view, how do they get into contact with you?
From a talent point of view, I think it's all about, because you're never going to find all of the talents, so it's all about creating on your own, finding avenues and getting your face out there. Because once I see it and I'm like, oh, this person can be used, I'll try my best to use it. Other than that, you can reach out BL Productions on IG, BL Productions on Facebook. And if you have any clips of what you're doing, just send it and we'll use you as best as we can.
I love it. Well, this is some incredible work that you're doing. I'm excited. I need to go get my ticket so that I can be out to the premiere. I'm not waiting for it to come on TV. I have to see it on the big screen. And I know how much work that can be from the inside. So I just want to say kudos to you and congratulations.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on this morning.
Yes, my
Thank you
pleasure.
too.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Alive Business SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Alive Business at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
African Things is your one-stop shop for everything African. Make a bold fashion statement with vibrant colors and intricate patterns inspired by the beauty of Africa. Find trendy contemporary looks for every occasion and enjoy custom tailoring. Shop jewelry, purses, art, cosmetics, and much more. African Things is located in the Dugard Plaza, Palmdale, next to McDonald's. Open Tuesday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come get your African Things.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right into the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Focal Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. Focal is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. Focal's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. Focal.
Good morning and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're here at the mid-show on another marvelous Monday, and we're so happy you stuck with us. My name is Mark Daniels.
And I'm Gabrielle Gardner, hoping that you're still having a happy Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday again, everybody. I still got that junk in my head from the IAAF relays. I can still hear it. Excuse me. See, I've been out too much.
Yes, you've been partying.
I've been partying too much. Had a great time there again. And then on Saturday, there was, if you wanted to go out and find an event, I went to the Reggae in the Park concert. Congrats to Alpha Sounds, another successful event. Bushman, big up yourself. Queen Africa, Anthony B, Chesedek. Man, that was a lineup, man. If you was out there, that's true reggae music.
I did see little clips of everything online.
Yes.
So, you know, I feel like I got a bird's eye view of all the exciting things that happened this weekend. But definitely going to be outside next weekend.
Next weekend. And Ram, big up yourself. Back to basics. Sell off. Big reggae party at Fusion. Y'all look out for more coming up this week. There's going to be exciting things happening this weekend. And we got more coming up in our second half. We're going to be talking with Sandy Campbell about boating and captaincy and what's that all about.
Exciting. And we'll be discussing the digital transformation with Jevon Butler. But before all that, we'll take our second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
This is Weather at Sunrise.
Thank you, David. Good morning, Bahamas. Your second look at the weather at sunrise. High pressure north of the islands will trigger off some dry conditions over the northwest Bahamas. We do have some troughing. We'll trigger off showers and thunderstorms over the central and southeastern islands over the next 36 hours. In the marine forecast today, those winds easterly at 15 knots, sea 3 to 5 feet of northwest Bahamas, northeast to east at 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet over the central and southeastern islands. So we have a caution over the south central and southeastern islands. Then on Tuesday, those winds become east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet of northwest Bahamas, northeast to east at 15 to 20 knots, seas 47 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Then on Wednesday, those winds continue east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the northwest and central Bahamas, easterly at 15 knots, sea 3 to 5 feet over the southeastern islands. Yeah, tides. You can expect a low tide at 6:05 this morning. High tide at 6:50 this morning. Next low tide will be at 1:03 this afternoon. High gain this evening at 7:23. Sunset 7:41 this evening. Rising at 6:30. UV index 8, your water temperature 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and your moon phase now moving towards a new moon. Your extended look, high pressure continues to dominate the weather over the northwest Bahamas over the next 36 hours. Troughing continues over the central and southeastern islands, so partly sunny skies over the northwest, cloudy skies with some showers, even possible thunderstorms over the central and southeastern islands. And then by Thursday, we'll look at partly sunny, warm condition over the islands. Little chance of 1 or 2 little showers. High temperature time will be in the mid-80s. At night time, in the lower 70s. That puts her up when you follow. Look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Godfrey. Are you a woman that wants to travel the world with a seasoned and experienced maritime professional? Then this segment is just for you. We've got with us Sandy Campbell. She is a navigator and boat captain, here to tell us about her experiences and how she is taking women all across the globe. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, Mark. Thank you so much for having me.
You're decked down in your whites. I was saying, man, I'm supposed to wear my all white, but then I'm not a maritime professional.
I know.
So just tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience in the maritime industry.
Okay, so like you said, my name is Captain Sandy Campbell. I am a boat captain, navigator by profession, mainly worked on commercial vessels that move around the world. And that was one of the things that helped me to start traveling, because I would get orders to fly to the Philippines, to fly to the Middle East, all over the world. And at first I was scared because I had to do it by myself, but I got used to it and I realized it wasn't as scary and as difficult as I thought it was. And so I just started documenting it on social media, on my blog, and people just kind of resonated with it.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Tell us how you got to the point of being a boat captain and some of your experiences in the industry.
Well, it's funny. I was in COB, well, what is UB at the time, studying business management. And a mentor, he just mentioned the maritime industry to me. I'd never seen it. I'd never heard about it. I had no idea what it was about. And that one conversation with him changed the trajectory of my life. So I was in my last semester at COB, and you know, I had to tell my folks, like, yeah, this degree y'all just paid for, I don't really want to do this anymore. I want to go in this direction. Right. So, you know, Bahamian parents, that wasn't an easy conversation, but they believed in me, and I went to SUNY Maritime College in New York, where I did my degree and my navigation license.
Awesome. How has it been as a woman in the maritime industry? Do you find that it was difficult being a woman, being a Bahamian woman, a black woman? Just tell us what it was like.
I've seen it from both spectrums. I've had the good and the bad, but it's mostly been good. Working on commercial vessels, they are male dominated. I've 95% of the time been the only female on these vessels. 100% of the time been the only Bahamian. So, but the thing is, I was well received because my crew members had never met anyone who was from the Bahamas, a female. And so they protected me, they worked with me, they taught me. So I've had very good experiences. On the flip side, it could be a little bit of a lonely life. You know, you're sailing on the ocean for weeks, months at a time. But that was one of the things that I knew going into it. And I kind of had to set my mind to that. But overall, it's been an amazing experience.
You're definitely tougher than me, boy. That little mail boat from Nassau to Luther's have me sweating.
Listen, and the thing is that I have never gotten seasick, right? But I do get land sick.
That's a thing?
Land sick, okay. So if I work on a vessel, and I've been on the vessel for about 4 or 5 months, because you know you're on a moving platform all the time. When I get back home, I get sick. I get that same nauseous, seasick feeling for 1 week. And it takes a week to subside. So that's land sick. That's what I call land sickness. I feel like it's an official thing, but that's what I call land sickness.
No, I think I'm going to talk about that and tell people about that. When I sit in traffic, coming from the east all the way to west, and I get in my car.
Oh, y'all, I have land sickness.
I got land sickness. I got to go home. So tell us about, I guess, some of the destinations that you've been taking persons, and what do you have planned for the future?
Okay, so I created a travel club called the Suitcase Squad because everybody knows me on social media as Sandy's Suitcase. So I created the Suitcase Squad. And basically, I just let women come on the trips with me. So this year, we've already been to Cartagena, Colombia, back in March. In September, we go to Bali. October, we go to Italy. And in November, we go to South Africa. And that trip is co-ed. So we're actually allowing men to come on the South Africa trip. First time we've ever done this.
Oh, it's going to be the best trip ever. It's going to be the best one out of them all. What are the trips usually like, and what do you try to do with your guests that come along with you?
So one of the things that I really like to do with the trips is put a focus on cultural immersion. So I don't want you to go to a destination and stay in the hotel or stay at the resort. I really want you to be immersed in the culture, to meet the people, to eat the food. And so I try to build the itinerary around that, where you have a truly immersive experience. And I think the feedback has been really good. However, they do say that the excursions, they have to wake up too early. So they call it the crack of dawn trip. But I'm working on that.
Y'all on military time. Get up.
But you know, when we get to a new country, I just want them to see all the things, right? But I also strike a healthy balance where you have downtime. And then you can do as much or as little of the itinerary as you want. You don't have to do all the things, or you can do all the things. It's your vacation.
It sounds like the perfect way to see the world with somebody who's traveled, who's experienced, who's definitely tough. I'll feel safe with you. We can go anywhere. I feel like you have some other secret identity we don't know about, but that's okay. We ain't gonna put it out there.
And one of the things I love with the trips is because people are always like, oh, well, my sister can't come, my friend can't come. You can come solo. You don't need anybody to come with you. That's the point. Because a lot of times you want to travel, your friends may not be able to go. They have obligations, they have family, they have careers, all these things. So you've joined a group of like-minded women who get it. So come solo.
Yeah, bring your suitcase.
Just bring your suitcase.
So if persons wanted to find out more information about any of your upcoming trips, tell us again, how do we find you on social media?
Well, I'm on all social media, Sandy's Suitcase, my first name, and then Suitcase, Instagram, Facebook, as well as TikTok. So social media is the best way, or my website, www.sandysuitcase.com.
Oh, man. What's the big goal? What's the big, hairy, audacious goal for Sandy's Suitcase? What do you want to see?
On my bucket list?
On your bucket list, for your company, just, you know, what's your vision?
On my bucket list right now, I have India.
Oh, all right.
So that's on my bucket list. Maybe not for this year, maybe for next year. But ultimately, my goal is just to show women that travel is accessible, and to, especially with Bahamians, to get them out of the Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando circle. To show them that international to show them that international travel is not scary, and just to help them, you know, dab their foot in the travel pond, in the international travel pond, and just for them to be able to realize a lot of the bucket list goals and destinations that they want to see for themselves to help make it a reality. And hopefully I inspire them at least to some degree along the way.
Yeah. You inspired me, man. I'm ready to go join Maritime Academy, man. Let me see if I could tough it out on the ocean for a couple months. I probably won't. I would probably quit in the first week.
It's not easy.
I know it ain't easy.
It's not easy.
You're amazing, and I will feel comfortable traveling anywhere around the world with you.
Thank you.
And I wish you more successes in your personal life with Sandy Suitcases. Anybody that comes on this trip, their life is going to be changed. So y'all look out for Sandy. Find her on social media. Tell us again how they find you on social media.
So my social media is Sandy Suitcase, SANDY' Suitcase on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and my website is www.sandysuitcase.com.
Yeah, boy, pack your bags, everybody. We get into South Africa. Man, we could go into South Africa trip, but we have to watch and see the pictures for the rest. Thank you again, Captain, for being here. Such an inspiration. All the best.
Thank you.
I'm excited for that. Y'all pack your bags. We get in to go see the world. We'll be right back.
Know how important collecting your money can be to the success of your business. Start your relationship with Fidelity today so that we can show you the many options available to you with our merchant services. From click and pay options online to merchant terminals and e-commerce options. We're here to help your business succeed. For more details, speak to one of our business development officers at 356-7764 in Nassau or 352-6676 in Freeport. Visit our website at fidelitygroup.com or visit any of our branches.
Here are three young people who stopped attending high school and got disengaged in their educational journey due to the pandemic. Today, they are proudly taking their walk all over the place because they took advantage of BTVI's Smart Start initiative. All high school students in New Providence and the Family Islands can participate in free hands-on learning to improve employability. Learn basic literacy and numeracy skills and earn a BTVI certificate in automotive mechanics, beauty and construction trades, or fashion in only 14 weeks for full-time participants or 24 weeks for part-time. Don't count yourself out. Do what they did and enroll today. Email smartstart@btvi.edu.ds or call 502-6300 so you can take your walk anywhere in life.
Welcome back. With me now is Jevon Butler, Chief Sales Officer at Canoe, and he's here to talk about some exciting things as it relates to the digital transformation. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Morning. Thank you for having me this morning.
All right, so what is the digital transformation all about?
So we keep hearing this expression, digital transformation. First and foremost, it is not cryptocurrency. All right, so let me dispel that myth for anyone who thinks it's cryptocurrency. Back in 2000, the Central Bank of the Bahamas focused on a real initiative to transform the entire country and to bring all consumers and users and businesses to a digital realm. So first they focused on creating the RTGS, then they created the ACH, which is the automatic clearing house, so that the banks speak amongst themselves. All right, so gone were the days where a check was written and then that check had to go to one bank and physically be carried to another bank to verify, to ensure that those funds were there. All right, they started communicating in that digital space. In 2010, their revolution then became an evolution, then became, well, we need to digitize users. So that's the evolution of the debit and credit cards, where you saw individuals now getting their banking debit and credit cards so that they could transact without having to carry cash on them. Well, I wouldn't say the final stage, but the next iteration is now the digital wallets, Canoe being one of those players in the space, where we look at the unbanked and underbanked and how do you cater to them who may not have the same banking accessibility as individuals who have bank accounts, but you still want them to be able to transact using digital currency. The hotels were the first ones who took a position of going cashless, and we're finding more and more businesses nowadays going cashless. So it's important that all users, all members of your society have the ability to conduct cashless transactions regardless of where they are or what it is they're trying to transact.
When you talk about the unbanked or maybe underbanked, naturally you think about the Family Islands.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the present banking situation on many of our Family Islands?
I love my Family Islanders. I think they are the most resilient people in the country, because when I look at some of the challenges that they face when it comes to banking, only the good Lord has them, right? You know, you have individuals who have to drive half an hour, 45 minutes to get to an ATM and pray that their funds in the ATM or the ATM is up and running. The financial institutions, traditional commercial banks, have taken a conscientious decision, because they have to answer to shareholders as well, to reduce some of their brick and mortar footprints in these islands, because they just don't have the population size that validate the opening or the retaining of that physical space. So with the exodus of those banks, now your Family Islanders, who pretty much, they do some online transfers, but a lot of businesses still don't accept debit or credit cards, or it's just a hassle for them getting cash. Family Island, I know of individuals who literally fly into Nassau to conduct their business, take care of utility bills and things to that effect, and then fly back to their respective islands. So they really have challenges in the Family Islands, but Canoe and other AFIs are here to provide solutions so that their life can be as seamless as those in New Providence.
Speaking of solutions, how is Canoe or other AFIs assisting them in doing business?
Okay, so I can only speak for Canoe. The other AFIs, they have wonderful portfolios, suite of portfolio of products as well, but with Canoe, we really targeted the small business owner, small and medium-sized business owner, understanding that, hey, some of the challenges that you face in getting, you know, bank accounts set up, or some of the challenges that you face in actually getting credit card terminals, things that affect in conducting digital transactions, let us alleviate those challenges for you. We're an alternative. One of the key products that we feature is what we call our invoicing feature. So once you sign up as a Canoe merchant, you will have the ability to send a hyperlink or to generate a QR code that can be scanned, and your clients have the ability now just to go ahead and pay you using either the digital currency or their debit or credit cards. There are other product features that we offer. The app itself is beautiful, robust. I am a salesperson, so I encourage everyone to download the Canoe app from the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and start to transact and get a better appreciation, understanding exactly where the country is going, because the world is already there, and how it's going to benefit you, your business, and your family in the long term.
In your opinion, of course, one of the tools that Canoe uses, or I guess works with, is Sand Dollar.
Yes.
Do you feel like Sand Dollar has gained traction?
I think when Sand Dollar was launched, officially launched October 20th, 2020, it was a two-pronged process. Education and awareness campaigns were definitely needed, but they also wanted to go to market. So people are still being informed, being educated on the Sand Dollar, the first official central bank digital currency in the world. All right, you know, we recently came out of relays, and you know, everyone's excited about us always being first. So I think we should be proud of the fact that we created the first central bank digital currency. As more individuals become familiarized, as they get a better understanding of how the digital currency works, they're now embracing it, using it, and finding places where it can be resourceful and convenient in their daily realities.
Speaking of useful, resourceful in daily realities, Canoe recently launched its cashless campus product.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, we're very excited with the cashless campus. When the initiative started out in a full afro, now you can see it grows on its own now, but it's a very exciting concept, right? So the product itself allows any school to turn their entire cashless, the entire campus cashless. And what does that mean? Through the use of a smart ID card, or if you decide to use an RFID band, all of the students on that campus no longer have to carry cash with them. So parents getting up in the morning and having to stop at the ATM so you can put $10, $20 in child's hand for lunch, those days are gone. You now, through your Canoe wallet, connect their smart ID to your personal wallet, and the child just goes to the cafeteria, goes to any of the bookstores, or pays any extracurricular activity just using their smart ID. So it creates a safer campus. It eliminates and eradicates a lot of the bullying, because we know the kids are bullied on the campus. And from the back end, the parents are able to monitor what it is that the child is transacting, right? So if I know that little Billy's supposed to spend $6 a day, that parent is receiving those notifications to their wallet. Now I realize that on Tuesday, Billy spent $20. So I have to ask the question, was today lunch for friends day because you spent more than I had allocated? And it helps the parent now to bring the child into becoming more responsible when it comes to budgeting how they spend. So it's a good step with financial literacy, financial planning, and it makes the camp list seamless.
What's next on the horizon for Canoe?
Wow, everything. So we're excited to say that, Carapace Bahamas Limited, Bahamian company, we've done a lot of stuff here, but you may have seen or continue to hear about us looking to expand throughout the region, and those opportunities that are in the region we're going to take advantage of, and we want to carry Canoe first to the region and secondly to the world.
I love it. Canoe is going everywhere.
Yes, and remember, Canoe now is a derivative of John Canoe, so we're carrying the spirit and essence of the Bahamas throughout the world.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us and telling me all about this.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
And thank you for watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
Focal Holdings Limited is proud of its consistent growth and the financial success it continues to bring to many Bahamians who invest in the company. Focal is committed to ensuring optimal financial performance for its shareholders. Focal's leadership remains focused on superior customer service and operational excellence across all sectors. Focal.
Welcome back. Gallbladder disease refers to a range of conditions affecting the gallbladder, a small organ located beneath the liver. Dr. Dawn Major, General Surgery, is here to discuss this further. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So what are the common symptoms of gallbladder disease that patients should be aware of?
So gallbladder disease, like you rightly said, is a very small organ that's underneath the liver, and it can cause quite a bit of problems. Problems that we look for would be most commonly pain, and generally it's pain in the right upper abdomen. Some people may have some associated nausea, some associated vomiting, and they may even have fever or chills depending on the severity of the inflammation of the gallbladder. And the other thing about it is it's generally brought on after ingesting like a fatty meal. So if you had some fried chicken or something deep fried, usually a few hours after that they get this cramping right upper abdominal pain that sometimes is relieved with over-the-counter pain medications, but other times you have to go and seek medical attention. So.
How is gallbladder disease? I mean, of course, you talked about coming in with the pain, but what are some screening tests that you do to find out whether or not you have it?
Now, the thing about it is there's really no screening test for gallbladder disease, right? And generally what it is that causes these symptoms are stones that develop within the gallbladder, right? And usually they develop most commonly because of excess cholesterol in your diet. So a lot of people may be walking around with stones and don't even know. But majority of the time, they tend to be asymptomatic. So you live in your life, no problem, you have these stones and they're not causing any issues. Sometimes people, they go in and they get an image for something totally different. Let's say they need a CAT scan for something or an ultrasound for something. Sometimes incidentally, they'll pick up these stones. And generally, if they're not causing any symptoms, we don't do anything about them. Right? It's only when they start to cause symptoms then we have to start worrying about them, and something that needs to be done will be implemented.
What is the main course of treatment? If somebody discovers they have stones, maybe, well, I know you said if they're not causing any pain, but if they do come in presenting with that, a really painful reaction, what are their options?
So there's not a lot of options, to be honest. The main thing that we do is we operate on these individuals, right? So there's two things that you can do. You can decide to let it rest, so give them analgesics, you can give them antibiotics to let the inflammation settle, and then you can bring them back later on to take the gallbladder out, or you can do it acutely while they're admitted to hospital. You just book them for an operation where you go ahead and you take it out. Generally, we like to do it in that sitting because if you wait, usually wait 6 to 8 weeks afterwards, it gets much more difficult to come out because all that inflammation now has settled down, and now that turns into scar. And scar tissue is much harder to maneuver than inflamed tissue. And when I say operate, it's not the manner in which most people think they're going to get this big up and down cut or this big cut to the right side. It's generally done with the cameras, so laparoscopy. So we make 4 small incisions, 1 by the belly button, 1 up top in the epigastrium, and then 2 to the right. Put the cameras in, blow the belly up, and find the gallbladder right underneath the liver, dissect it out. We clip the duct that drains it and the artery, and then we pull it right out to the belly button. All of that takes about, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how difficult it is, because some of them can be quite challenging. And this is all done while you're asleep, so you don't feel any pain. Usually when you wake up, the only thing you kind of feel is that little small incision there, but we give you pain meds and stuff to take care of that. So if it's done emergently, you'll probably go home the next day. But some people do present, to the office, and they've had these symptoms for a few weeks or a few months that come and go. And then you can actually book these patients for an elective chole, and these can be done as an outpatient. So you get it done, and then you go home the exact same day. So, yeah, mostly surgery.
What are the consequences of leaving, an inflamed or otherwise diseased gallbladder untreated for a long time?
So if you leave it untreated, number one, you're going to have a crazy amount of pain that you can't necessarily tolerate. And you're going to need analgesics, most commonly things such as morphine and pethidine to kind of treat the pain. And then if it gets even worse, the gallbladder can turn into what we call an empyema of the gallbladder, where basically now it becomes infected and there's a lot of pus and purulent material in there. If that ruptures now, that can spread throughout the abdomen and patients can become really sick. And they may end up in the ICU and potentially die from it. So it is something that you should take seriously. And if you do have pain, then you should get it looked after, definitely.
What are some preventative steps that people could take to avoid gallbladder disease?
So mainly because of the excess cholesterol that causes these stones to form, most commonly it'll just be dietary. So try and minimize the amount of unsaturated fats that you're actually ingesting throughout the day, and definitely exercise. So the majority of health diseases are related to what we eat and our activity level. So if we eat healthier, more fruits and veggies, and we work out more, then the chances of developing these problems kind of minimized. Not to say that you can't get it, but it's less than somebody who just has the unhealthy diet and doesn't do anything at all in their day-to-day living.
You talked about the process of the laparotomy using the cameras, which seems pretty advanced. Have there been any other advancements as it relates to the field of gallbladder treatment?
So not really any other advances, because again, if it is inflamed, we generally take it out. And the only other advance I would say is probably in the method in which it's taken out. Some people, depending on where you are in the world, they may use the robot to take it out. But again, now using the robot, that probably adds several $1,000s to your bill to do a similar procedure in which you can do laparoscopically. Medication-wise, there's really no medication to treat these stones because again, if you look at it, they actually are stones. So like rocks outside, they're very hard. There's nothing that you can use to dissolve them. So generally, once they cause symptoms, then it's recommended that you take that gallbladder out. And some people ask, can you just take the stones out? But the wall of the gallbladder is so thin, it doesn't hold sutures well. So you can open it up, take the stones out, and you try and close it back, everything's just going to leak out. And then that's going to cause a bigger problem. So it's something that we just take out. It's not something that you necessarily need to live day to day. And most commonly, once you take it out, the majority of people, they go on throughout their life with no issues.
Wow. I feel like this is a cautionary tale in taking good care of your gallbladder, because once you break it, you can't fix it.
Yep, totally.
Well, I just want to say thank you for the brief educational course in gallbladder health and safety, and for joining us this morning.
And I thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Anytime you guys need me, I'll be
if somebody wants to get into contact with you.
So if they want to get into contact with me, my office is at Centerville Medical Center. right? That's on Collins Avenue. And the office number is 356-0226 or 7. Or they can email me at my name, don.major, major, @gmail.com.
All right. Well, thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Hopefully everyone was listening and you will be taking excellent care of your gallbladder. And if not, you're going to reach out to Dr. Glon. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back. Well, today's show has been the perfect way to start the work week. We got a lot of inspiration about creative people doing incredible things in the sphere of art, in the sphere of travel, and of course the important things that Canoe is doing for our family islands.
Yeah, we want to kick off this week with a bang. You're going to go out with this energy, running like our 4x4 mixed relay team at the IAAF, crossing that finish line. Shawnee with that iconic, she hold the baton up, just cross the line. She knows she's our queen. Bahamas, we going to Paris. We excited about that. And we excited about you having a great week. Just before we go, got to say happy birthday to my boy, Koji. Koji Wright, blessed earth strong, my brother. Another lap around the sun. More life, bro. Appreciate you and all that you do. And the Tahuti clan, we celebrate you. And over the weekend, speaking of creatives, the life of John Beadle was celebrated in fashion of the artist John Beadle. Rise in power, my friend. You inspired so much. It was a big rush out in your honor, and we danced to you. Appreciate you, man.
Love it.
Yeah.
Have a great week.
See you on Friday.